I'm going to show you a faux bleaching effect now using your Spectrum Noir Aqua Markers. Today I'm using navy and evergreen, and I've got some watercolour cardstock here. This is Crafters Companion watercolour cardstock, and this has got the nice sort of watercolour effect or on the paper, the water bobbling effect. If you wanted a smoother effect, the other cardstock you could use is the Sheena stamping card. That works just as well, but you do really need to have the right card to work with your aqua markers. So the first thing I'm going to do is to do a colour wash over the paper. So I'm just going in with some water here and a wide paintbrush and just soaking my paper, and then I'm going to do some blobs of the navy and also the evergreen. And we'll just do a gradual colour wash effect. So getting a nice lot of colour on there. You can see how that blends through, and the colours are so nice and vibrant with these pens. But the beauty with the watercolour is by adding water you totally change the look of the pens. So I'm just changing colour, so I'm just going to clean my brush off, and then we'll go in with the evergreen and do exactly the same. Need a bit more water on that, and then we can just blend in. You see how seamlessly they just blend. They're just really lovely to work with, and you don't have to be an artist at all to get some really nice results. Now that's a nice effect in itself, and that's sort of blending and graduating two colours together. But I now want to add what I call faux bleaching onto this. Now you can do this in several ways. You can either drop the water on or spray the water on, but I'm going to go ahead and drop some water on, so I'll get a smaller paintbrush. I'm just blotting it on anywhere you like. It doesn't have to be uniformed at all. So you can splat it like that, you can drop it, but you can see what the water is doing to the paper that we've now put the aqua markers on. It's taking that colour out, because water will take the colour away because it's a water based pen. So you can see you get some really nice effects there. And then with some absorbent tissue, kitchen paper, anything you like really, I'm just going to lay that on the top, and you get a beautiful effect. And this is called a faux bleach effect. Now as I say, you can use your brush to dab it on. You could spritz with the water as well to do exactly the same thing. So let's just do some with the water so you see the different effects that you can get. So we'll bring another piece of the watercolour card in, and we'll just do a wash over, just really to show you that however you put the water on, you're going to get a totally different effect every time that you do it. So big blob of the blue there. This is that nice navy, and the navy comes from the primary collection. But as I say, you can use any colours you like. These are just colours that I had picked for this effect. So that's the navy, and then we go along with some of the evergreen, and the evergreen is out of the Nature's collection. I'm just cleaning my brush to take the blue off there, and we're going with the evergreen. I want that a bit stronger, so but it's just showing you the different techniques you can do with these pens. They're not just for colouring in. Okay, so we've got the two effects on there, so we'll just wipe that down. So I've done exactly the same as before, but this time to do the faux bleach I'm going to try some water in a spray bottle for a totally different effect. So I'm just going to spritz. I'm going randomly off the page. Doesn't look like it's doing a lot, but all of a sudden now, I don't know whether the camera's quite going to pick it up, but you can see that it's starting to activate the colour in the aqua marker again. So it's just starting to react with those colours. I'm just letting that take that hold for a little bit, and then I get another clean piece of absorbent kitchen paper and I just lay that on the top, and we'll see what effect we have with that. And that's given a more subtle effect. I should have left it a little bit longer to take, but you can see you've got a totally different, softer look to the one that we did just now with just blotting on. Now you can do the same effect again with splatters. So let's just wipe down and we'll do one with some splatters. So we'll just colour wash over. And then we get the pens going. Beautiful, this navy. It's a really nice vibrant colour, but it can be just as subtle as well, which is great. So let's put quite a lot on this time. Let's get a nice covering, and then we're going with some of the evergreen as well. Wipe my brush off so I don't contaminate the colours. That's dried out a bit under the lights, but that's not a problem. So I'm just doing that colour wash again. So you've got that nice colour wash. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit more of the, oh, wrong end, that's the fine end, a little bit more of the green, I think, to make it a bit darker, because I want the splats to show up on this one. Right, I'm happy with that. So let's just wipe this down. Now this time we're going to do some splatting with a paintbrush. So I've used a little paintbrush here. Got a narrow one, and we're just going to splat like when you were a child at school and you did splatter painting. Just so we've got some finer splats. As you can see, the colours already activating. You just do need time for it to start taking. As you can see down here where I did the colouring last with the water, it's already activated, but up here where it's blue, it's dried a bit under the lights here. It's taken a little bit longer to get going, but it will happen. You just need to allow it time. So by me showing you this, let me just wipe up all this water that I've got everywhere. By me showing you this, it's just showing that with different ways of applying water on top of your colour, you're going to get totally different effects. The one at the top here is drying too quickly in the lights, but let's see what we've got. So we'll lay the absorbent paper towel on the top, and we'll see what happens. Peel that off, and you've got a totally different effect again. That looks like a night sky. It looks beautiful. So if I bring in the other two, you can see the different effects. So we've got the large splatters that we did to get the faux bleaching. We've got the very fine splatters that we did with the fine paintbrush to get even finer splatters with the faux bleaching, and then we use the water spray here to get an even softer look. So your faux bleaching effects can take on so many different sort of designs, if you like, just by using different implements with your water. So it's a great effect to use for backgrounds, and every time you use it you're going to get something totally different. So I'm Dawn from Dawn's Inspirations. If you'd like to see some of the other ideas I use with the Spectrum Noir Aqua Markers and how to get different background techniques, pop over to my website dawnsinspirations.com. I'll leave a link at the bottom of the video.